Hello, and welcome to our podcast, There is a Ghost in My Closet. I'm Alice, and I'm joined by my other host, Carly.
Join us while we discuss our passion, the secret meanings to everyday life, and spooky things about the world that wishes to remain in the closet. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
We came up with that, we came up with that literally just today, and I'm super proud of it.
Yeah, it's gonna take us a while to memorize that.
Take us that long, trust me.
No.
It'll be like muscle memory like that. Bless you. We both need to wake up today.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you been doing this week? Other than, I know I literally saw you yesterday.
Working.
Yes.
That's my job. It's really, really.
Yeah, I felt that. Anyway, I think this episode's gonna be really fun. I feel like a lot of um like paranormal podcasters don't really do a lot of episodes like these because I mean, to be fair, we struggled finding information just for the four we're doing today. Yes,
Yeah.
four.
Yes, we're doing.
Because we could not find information long enough to make a podcast episode about it. So we're doing two each.
Mhm.
Anyway, would you like to tell the audience what we're going to be talking about today?
Well, I'm gonna be talking about the Eliza battle,
Mhm.
which, you know, it transported passengers and cotton and all that stuff
Yeah.
throughout Mobile and Columbus, Mississippi. That's basically if you live in Alabama or you live near it, you probably heard about the story. That's
Mhm.
one. Now the Queen Mary, that's another one I'm doing. Now
Yes, there's a
Queen
theme.
is doing the USS Hornet, and what's the other one?
I'm doing the Star of India, which there is a theme. We are doing phantom ghost ships. And no, I'm not talking about the freaking Flying Dutchman or
No.
whatever that character is from SpongeBob, even though that
Yeah.
would be a very good segue. Anyway,
Well, technically, if you think about it, the Eliza battle, the ship, it technically is a ghost ship.
there's
Somewhat
a lot of
unique.
tragedies involving a lot of these ships. And you know what I've noticed when we shared our research yesterday? I've noticed that a lot of these ships, they have like the
A lot
same
of things
century. They
in
have a lot of things in common. Like all of our ships were major warships during like the 1800s to early 1900s.
yeah.
And I feel like not a lot of people understand how like these things work. Like we don't really even understand how they work, but there have been multiple sightings of like phantom ships, like in the ocean, a harbor. I know that. I mean, probably not our local dock, but I know a lot of docks in California and Florida. They have multiple reported sightings of seeing like ships on flame, like on fire, just traveling through the ocean. And like, ooh, you know what would be a good episode? The Bermuda Triangle. I'm gonna write that down.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
And yeah.
so I think we should pretty much dive dive right into it. But there's a lot of things that like I said, like a lot of people don't talk about this much
Yeah.
because it's a topic something kind of people like just fly over their heads.
Yeah.
And with this being us talking about stuff that doesn't like to be talked about, let's drift into a haunted tale. This one starts with a ship, some banter, and something on board that definitely wasn't part of the crew. First, I'm going to be talking about the USS Hornet, in parentheses, CV-12. I don't really know what that means. For ship nerds,
You could
tell me what that means in the
you should search you could search it up.
could have, but like it didn't really give me much. I mean, it's a ship docked in California.
Didn't we talk about the USS Hornet in school?
I think you did. I don't remember. It sounds very familiar. I think most everyone
Yeah.
probably heard about the USS
If
Hornet.
I did, I do not remember. I haven't been in school for about 2.5 to 3 years.
I mean, I'm in college, but I took my last history class like last semester. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We didn't talk about haunted ships, but
Mm-mm.
diving right into it, the USS Hornet was laid down August 3rd, 1942. It was launched August 30th, 1943. It is an Essex class aircraft carrier docked in Alameda, California. I don't know. It is known for its World War II history as well as Cold War involvement. I think it was used to like like a traveling ship, mainly in
Yeah.
the Cold War. But during World War II, it battled in the Philippines and the Okinawa campaigns. But there's a catch. It was already nicknamed the Gray Ghost by a lot of World War II veterans because it never got hit, which I think is a little foreshadowing because
Mhm.
this ship had so
Yeah.
much like good luck that it was literally just it was never touched ever, besides for the few deaths that happened on ship. So that foreshadowing, I think so. It was also famously recovered for the Apollo 11 and 12 moon missions. And what it did with that is it basically like you know how like people like astronauts go up into space, they crash down like in the ocean so that they
Yeah.
don't, get smushed by land.
Yeah.
Um, the USS Hornet traveled they picked up the astronauts where they landed in the ocean and they took them back. So they transported the astronauts back to land.
Yeah.
Which is probably I think that might be why everyone like heard about the USS Hornet, either from World War II, like history class, or some sort of like space science course or something like that.
Yeah.
But now it is permanently docked in Alameda, pronouncing that wrong, California, as a ship and World War II museum. So you can actually go into the ship as a ship and be like travel in the ship and like it'll be like a museum.
That's the same with Queen Mary,
Oh yeah.
which they have it closed, I think, right now.
They have it closed because of repairs. I don't know if the USS Hornet is closed down now because my information was from a couple years ago, but you could probably look it up. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's still
Yeah.
operational.
But the thing is, with ships being in the water for that long, they do tend to rust, and it kind of,
I think
yeah,
the Queen Mary is an older ship than the USS Hornet.
yeah.
So
But still, you'd have to keep up the repairs.
yes, you can absolutely go into the USS Hornet Sea Air and Space Museum. It is a space museum also, guys. Friday through Monday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you live in Alameda, California, there you go.
Yep.
Perfect. Although the ship seems like it had luck in its endeavors, the USS Hornet has a very haunted reputation with its hometown.
Hmm.
There is an estimated 300 sailors that died aboard.
How many?
That's 300.
300?
Yes.
Jeez.
They died from combat. Many died in the Pacific battles because it battled in mainly the Pacific areas. There's been a lot of people died because like it was an aircraft carrier, so like there were people flying on top of it, landing on top of it,
Mm,
going out from it on planes and stuff. A
yeah.
lot of people have reported being like, some people have reported a murder or
Hmm.
accidental squishing
Wait.
from a plane. A lot of people have also died because of mechanical failures. So someone on the Queen Mary died from a door squishing. A lot of people have reported engine rooms had a lot of like ruptures. Like they either got like burnt or they got, something like that. There's also been a lot of unalivings. I know. Murder. The ship had a high suicide rate. Sailors would walk off the dock to their deaths because it's an aircraft carrier. It like there's no railing for planes. They can just
Yeah. Yeah.
walk off, and then go swimming with the fishes.
Hmm.
Alrighty. To comment on the estimated 300 sailors reported dead, there have been over 200 paranormal sightings and reports on this ship as well as in the museum. You can go to this museum, book it out. Like, I really want to go investigate this museum one day because you can actually rent it out. And,
Child,
yeah.
do we have the money?
No, but I
I
was saying we've been
wish.
trying to sell our feet pics,
I know.
but your boyfriend won't let you.
I mean, it's not that he won't let me. He just doesn't want me to.
Girl, I'll be selling my feet on Christmas. Oh my god, some of the guys in the comments are gonna be like, "Hey, what's your feet finder?" It's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be really funny, like listening to the frat boys that go to my college and be like, "Hey, yo, what's your feet finder?"
Oh, let me see those feet. Oh, yeah, let me see those dogs.
So, anyway, ghostly sightings. There's an officer in dress whites. Do you know what dress whites are?
Basically, like, sailor white.
Yeah, yeah, they're like the white sailor attire, yeah.
What used to be like, that one photo of the sailor kissing the random
Mhm.
lady, basically that, but in white.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's often we don't know the name of this officer. It's probably someone who, due to the attire, people think it's, he was from World War II. He's often seen in the naval office as an apparition, so he's see-through, but you can see him, kind of, and he's calmly walking through the officer's quarters before just vanishing after he gets to his quarters.
It's basically like he probably doesn't know he's dead.
It's
He just
probably residual energy
yeah,
mainly. I feel
he's
like
just
this isn't, like, super
reliving
bad.
what he was doing.
Yeah, like, based off of some other, like, reportings and stuff that we know of, this ship really isn't that bad, especially compared to the other one I'm about to tell
Ooh,
you
yeah.
about. But anyway, there's the engine room sailor, who is a young man in a white T-shirt, often seeming really, really sad. There's no story behind this man. This is just what happened. Like, he's just an apparition that
Mhm.
appears in a white T-shirt, jeans, and he's looking really, really sad.
Yeah.
Now, I think he might have been one of the ones to off himself on the ship because, like, people do that because of, like, depression, anxiety, living in a state of
PTSD.
fear, PTSD. He could have been either a soldier or someone working in the engine room. I know a lot of people in the engine room were really depressed. I mean, with engines, it's hot, yeah.
It
Also, a
gets
lot of
hot in here, so take off all your clothes. It's so hot, I wanna take my clothes off.
oh my god, the men are gonna comment on that too. They're gonna be like, "Ayo, ayo, send."
Give me the feet pics. Give me the feet pics.
That'd be so funny.
Mhm.
It's gonna be so funny when we look at them and just be like,
No. My family, my mom and my great aunt listens to this. They hear this and be like, "What is
"That'll be
tarnation?"
it'll be okay. So, hey, girls gotta pay rent." Anyway, as I was saying, a lot of spirits who do commit suicide, they do normally appear to have the energy that they felt in life because their life was unfinished.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to the phantom flight operations, where their witnesses have reported hearing phantom aircraft sounds on top of the deck. So, like at night, maybe the janitor of the museum or something like that, they would be up there hearing like a plane engine or hearing the sounds of a runaway plane or a plane soaring just up on the deck with nobody there. And like, by the way, the planes aren't there. Well, I think no, I think the planes are there, but like they can't fly. And if they can, they don't. They probably haven't
Oh,
been flown in, like, over 50 years.
dang.
Yeah. And then lastly, there has been poltergeist activity in auditory phenomena, which there's been tools
Banana.
being
Banana.
mhm, banana.
Banana.
There's been tools being flown, there's been heavy doors being slammed, people's been pushed, touched, and they've also often heard voices and whispers, as well as random alarms going on at the museum.
Yeah.
Right. So, whatever hot take we can take away from the USS Hornet is that just because it was known as the Gray Ghost ship and it was left untouched, it does not mean that there is not any sort of residual energy coming from that ship, which goes for the theme of this podcast. I feel like is not everything is as it seems.
Yeah.
This is stuff that people don't talk about because it's hidden or put away.
Yeah.
The USS Hornet, it kind of like the Titanic, it was the unsinkable ship. This ship never touched, but there was still so much going on inside the ship where
Yeah.
people were like, holy
Yeah.
cow.
So much stuff happened that nobody really knows unless you really go into depth of searching over all
Yeah,
this stuff.
exactly. But speaking of things that refuse to stay anchored in the past and hidden, let's turn our gaze to the Star of India, a ship with a long history, plenty of banter among its crew, and a few whispers that suggest not everyone on board ever truly left. The Star of India is fun fact, the oldest active sailing ship in the world, in
How
the
old is
whole
it?
world. It was launched November 14th of 1863. So
Oh.
let me do some quick math. Let's see. Okay, so 2026 minus 1863. This ship is 163 years old and is still actively sailing the seas.
God damn.
Crazy. Um, like I said, launched November 14th, 1863, at Ramsey on the Isle of Man, roughly center of British Isles. So,
Okay.
Britain. The ship's early years were not easy. In fact, on its first trip, it went through a rough collision as well as mutiny. So the crew
Gosh.
basically looked at the captain at the time, didn't like how he was running things, and left him on an island to die. That's kind of what happened. But this ship was mainly used for transporting immigrants and as a defense ship.
You better not leave me on an island to die. I'll pull you with me, child.
You
I'll
don't
pull
gotta
you.
worry about me doing it. You gotta worry about if people know I'm good.
I will pull you with me, and you will stay there with
Honestly,
me.
they would probably we would be terrible ship captains. We really would. Like the crew would look at us and just be like, "Those two idiots."
Why are they our captains?
We're just there, and then we're just there. Like
Hey,
I'm polishing my nails, and you're looking at the sea, going, "Ooh, a
hey,
whale."
I can actually drive a boat.
Have you ever actually driven a boat though? Just because you have a permit doesn't mean you know how to drive a
I
boat.
don't have a permit. It's on my license.
So do you know how to drive a boat?
It's not that hard.
Okay, what's starboard?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
What's a mast?
This is the reason why it needs both of us. I drive. You tell me what to do. We basically have half a brain cell. We both
Oh
share it.
my god. Anyway, and in 1865, it encounters a cyclone, resulting in a snapped mast and a killed captain. Said captain was William John Story.
Hmm.
And this was this new captain after the mutiny.
Yeah.
Now, in 1871 through 1898, it transported immigrants from New Zealand to Great Britain, traveling the globe a total of 21 times. So it traveled through the Atlantic and the Pacific, I think also in the Mediterranean and Irish Sea, 21 times transporting immigrants. So a lot of energy and people were on this thing.
Jeez.
And then it got bought out by I think this Irishman. And then later in the I think 1904, it was early 1900s, it was bought out by an American and brought over as a transport ship.
Mhm.
By 1923, it was retired because people were using like by that time people were using metal steamboats
Mhm.
and steamships for
Mhm.
transport. So they didn't really need it anymore. It was retired and laid out in Oakland. I believe it was Oakland, California. Now, in 1976, it was fully restored to sail again for the first time in 50 years, now docked in San Diego permanently. However, it does still kind of transport every now and again, but it's like permanently
Not
in San Diego, California.
not often.
Yeah, not very often. But it does like for like the anniversary and stuff, it does kind of travel around, but mainly docked in San
That's
Diego.
good.
Now, this one doesn't have as many sightings and reports as the USS Hornet, but it does have more intense. Two of the main people who haunt the Star of India, John Campbell. He was a 14-year-old stowaway from New Zealand to Great Britain, or he was going to be in Great Britain, who died after falling off of the rigging. Reports of a freezing handprint felt near the mast. So if you're standing near the mast, some people have reported feeling a freezing handprint on your lower back or like anywhere on your body. And it was a 14-year-old boy, so I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to stand near the mast if I were you. The second one is the iron locker, or the chain locker, which is located somewhere on the ship. It's a spot on the ship where a Chinese crewman died in 1909. Reports of cold spots and strange noises. So, also a spot you probably wouldn't want to be in. As well as poltergeist activity, there's been footsteps, opening doors, and phantom parties. People would host parties in the quarters of the starboard and post areas. The ship.
Jeez.
Hmm?
I said, gee.
Oh yeah, I know. Crazy.
Kawaii.
Crazy.
Kawaii. Now, I couldn't really find much about both ships. I mean, there's a lot of information, but it's majority of the same thing. So it's like literally,
Yeah, like we said in the beginning, this stuff has like a lot in common.
yeah,
Like, a lot.
yeah. So there isn't really much you can really find
Yeah.
about these ships, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
All right. So first one I want to talk about is the Eliza battle. the battleship. Isn't it docked in Mobile, Alabama? Or is it near Mobile,
I
Alabama?
think it's Mobile.
It is in Mobile?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of haunted stuff down there, and
Yeah.
so the Eliza battle. Now the history slash about basically was the same thing, so it's just in the same column.
Mhm.
It was built in 1852 in Indiana and operated between Mobile, Alabama and Columbus, Mississippi. Like it transported passengers, cotton, a lot of stuff, like back and forth and
Mhm.
like everywhere from those two and then possibly around. Majority
This is
of,
Alabama. It was
yeah,
nothing but cotton.
but mostly, well, it was mostly actually Mobile and just Columbus because like it was a steamboat.
Yeah.
Now, it was a luxury side wheel steamboat. Even it hosted a former president, Millard Fillmore.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And of course, it gave me like, "Oh, if you wanna know more about them, Wikipedia." I don't trust
I
Wikipedia, man.
never trust Wikipedia.
No. It
No,
gives you
I trust
information.
AI more than I trust Wikipedia.
Yep, yep. It carried passengers and large amounts of cotton along the Tombigbee River. At first, I have trouble
We both had
saying,
trouble pronouncing that name. It
yeah,
was at first I
Tombigbee.
said Tom Migme, and then I said Tom uh, Bigglemy. I don't know. It was Tom
Biglemy?
Bigglemy. Yeah. What's wrong with Bigglemy?
Alright. Now,
Tom Bigby.
yeah. Now,
What kind of name was Tom Bigby anyway?
Allison, back then, you never know how many weird last names
Well, I
change
mean,
were.
Muscle Shoals is spelt wrong because the guy who named Muscle Shoals couldn't spell.
He's dyslexic,
Yeah.
probably. Like you.
Dyslexic awareness.
Yay!
Spread awareness.
Yay!
Dyslexic lives matter.
Yay! Anyways, so in 1858, there was a disaster.
Mhm.
Now, that's all I really had for like the history slash, that's the majority, most important parts of it.
Yeah.
Now the disaster happened in 1858, March 1st to be exact. Cotton bales caught fire during a cold, windy night. There was another boat. It was I can't remember what boat it was, but the sparks from that boat hit that cotton and
Oh.
it caught fire. Like,
Cotton is like insanely flammable. My dad and brother, they like do some farming and stuff every now and again because
yeah.
this is Alabama. There's nothing else better to do unless they really just really like it. But like I would go out to like their fields and stuff and pick a lot of cotton and like you could just feel the texture of that
Yeah,
cotton. It's
be
highly
careful.
flammable.
There's not just the cotton. There's a
Yeah, yeah.
right in the middle. So it's,
Mhm.
But anyways, after that happened, it was spread rapidly, trapping passengers, and also it would, the boats they would have just in case something like that happened.
Yeah.
The fire was blocking that to where they couldn't get
Oh.
to those boats. So
Yeah.
they had to jump into that freezing ass water.
Oh no. I
Yeah.
can't do the cold. I would die
Yeah.
instantly.
Many jumped into the freezing river to escape from that fire. And
Yeah.
it's just,
To be fair though, I would much rather be freezing cold than than caught on
yeah.
fire.
Now, I will say they don't really know how the exact amount of people, but around 30 plus people died, mostly from drowning or exposure
Yeah.
from the cold water and stuff.
Mhm.
From one of the things I saw the other day was that a young mother and the child died in from the freezing water for being too cold, and the baby fell out of mom's arms and literally sank to the
Aw.
bottom of the river, and the body was never found.
Aw.
Or it didn't say it was found.
Aw.
I know, it's a little baby. I have a little 3-month old. So
Oh
you
goodness.
know. Yeah. Now, this became the deadliest disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
No, baby. Baby.
Banana bread.
Banana bread. Banana bread.
Banana bread.
Oh yeah.
What about my banana bread?
I love your banana bread. That's a meme. You don't know the meme I'm talking about?
Oh, you told me about this last time. I completely forgot.
You're such a mom.
Hey, I have baby brain still. It is very
It's a
true.
guy eating banana bread. He actually works at Walmart. I don't know. I have to look up the meme. But he's holding banana bread in his car going, "Banana bread at work, dude? Hell yeah."
But yeah, it became the deadliest disaster, and Tom Bigby
Big B.
river history. It was the most saddest slash, terrible. When you hear like experiences, or not experiences, but this one guy on his deathbed basically said that I think it was that's the guy who told that story about the baby, I think. He
Really?
said it in his own way because they spoke differently back then.
Yeah.
But basically, I think he's the one that said something about that baby with the mom. That's who I
That's
got it
really
from. I
sad.
can't remember the guy's name. He was on his deathbed when he was talking about it.
That's really sad, actually.
It is. Now, haunted sightings slash, the legends.
Mhm.
After the tragedy, the ship became part of Alabama folklore, uh, known as the Phantom Steamboat of the Tom Bigby. Witnesses claim to see a burning ship floating down the river, flames and smoke with no real vessel present. Often reported on cold, windy nights similar to the night of the disaster. Now,
That's creepy.
some people say, not everybody, some people experience this. I will say, if you see the boat, they say it's a bad omen. Like
Right.
something bad may happen soon, or like it may not happen to you, but it could happen like to wherever you're at.
Yeah.
It just really depends. It's a bad omen if you see it
Oh.
or experience it. Now, some say you can hear the whistle echoing in the distance
Oh.
from the boat.
Oh, no.
Now,
No, I don't like that.
like I said, some people see it as an omen of disaster. Basically, like a disaster is going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for other people on that river, that specific
Yeah.
river. But unlike the Queen Mary, this haunting is tied to a single catastrophic event, which is why the sightings often replay the burning ship itself. Anyway, now onto the Queen Mary. Yeah, which is located in California.
I swear it's fine.
Mhm.
Both of my ships, actually. What is with California and, like,
I don't
spawning
I
ghost ships?
I don't know. I know Sam and Colby did go to the Queen Mary.
They did a couple times, yeah.
Well, a
That
long,
was what
long
got them started with
that was
paranormal stuff.
like around 2018, wasn't it?
That was when everyone was doing, like, these going to this haunted place at 3 AM, spending the night, and Sam and Colby went to the Queen Mary for one of those episodes, and that's what started their
Yeah,
paranormal
I need to go
experience.
back
I was
and
like, I'm
watch that
starting
video because I can't remember if I watched
I
those
just wanna watch that
videos.
video, like, I'm
Like,
gonna call it I feel so old. I watched that video when it came out.
yeah, like some videos I remember watching. Majority of the videos I remember watching.
Yeah.
It's just for some reason the Queen Mary, I
Well,
don't
we're
remember
gonna have to
watching
watch
it.
it together next time we hang out.
History. It was built in 1934 in Scotland and launched by Cunard Line. I think that's how
Let
you
me
say
see.
it. Cunard?
Launched by
Cunard?
oh, it's
Cunard?
Canard.
Cunard. Cunard.
I think it's Canard.
Cunard or Cunard. One of the
One
two.
of those.
Line. But it began service in 1936 as a luxury ocean liner crossing the Atlantic. Now,
Huh?
the golden age of this ship. It carried celebrities, elites, and dignitaries.
Dignitaries. I think that's probably some like some sort of politician,
Probably.
like dictators or
But
something. Oh,
of
dictators.
its time, it was one of the fastest ships
Mhm.
of its time. It was fast.
That was fire.
Motherfucker was speeding.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Now, World War II, around this time, it was converted into a troop ship during World War II. So that adds on into, like, if people died on this ship, then that's some of the hauntings because,
Yeah.
like,
Any sort
it,
of a negative energy like
yeah,
that.
it
Yeah.
used to be a warship. Like, it was a normal ship. Then they turned it into a warship because
Yeah.
around World War II, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But it was also nicknamed the Grey Ghost. I can't really remember why it was nicknamed the Grey Ghost. But that was just a nickname for it.
I think because it was so fast.
Probably that you couldn't really see.
You couldn't really catch it. It was so fast.
No.
That's
that
why
makes it really.
that's
That
why
makes
the
yeah.
USS Hornet was called the Ghost, because like it was such a like defensive ship that nobody could touch it.
Yeah.
It never got hit.
Yeah, it makes sense because, like, that thing was the fastest of its time. So
Fastest of its time. Back in my day.
my day.
I can do that a little too well.
I've had practice. Anyways, it transported thousands of soldiers. It did retire in 1967. It says it's permanently docked in Long Beach, which,
Oh.
yeah. But now it's a hotel, museum, and tourist attraction.
Ooh.
They're working on it, so I don't. When did they start working on it?
A couple of years back, I think a little after Sam and Colby went the first time, they closed it down for repairs. So it's almost 10 years since they closed it down. I don't know if they're ever gonna open it.
Serious?
Yeah, I don't know. I do know that they did open it, up for a little bit, and then they closed it down again.
Yeah, I would.
So,
Oh, we ever had the money, I would really love.
I would love to go. I love I'm so creeped out by haunted ships because I don't like I'm scared of the ocean,
Yeah,
like
one thing I will say, I it's not really much of a. I think it's a phobia, but I'm not really. It's just like the
I don't like
yeah.
I don't like seeing man-made objects underwater.
Basically, like the Titanic,
Yeah.
the freaking, Titanic in videos and stuff, and, like, just seeing it
Mm-mm.
appear out of darkness just
You know, I don't like, there's, from what I know about the Queen Mary, there's this room called the propeller room where you can go
Mhm.
down and look for propellers in the ocean.
I know.
No.
I seen that, that kinda it did give me chills,
Yeah, I don't like that.
but I had an uneasy feeling while looking at that picture.
I think several people died on top of the propellers. Like, they looked at like, when they were working on it, like, I know that there has been some reports of people falling into the propellers and dying.
Like, you know how with the Titanic, like, I know in the movie it's a bit different, but what if people actually hit that propeller
They
when it
probably
was
did. Probably did.
they
More
probably
than
snapped
likely.
their neck.
Uh,
Anyways, haunted sightings and legends. The Queen Mary's hauntings are much more varied and built over time. Like basically in the beginning, wasn't as much, but now with it being a warship after like in
oh,
World War
yeah,
II,
definitely.
definitely a lot of
Mhm.
hauntings.
Yeah.
And there's no telling what exactly happened, but you never know, especially with
Oh, yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Um but real incidents behind the legends. About 49 recorded deaths occurred on board during its career. Accidents included crew members killed in machinery areas, which
Propellers? Mhm.
propellers, in the engine room, where they have the anchor.
Oh, yeah.
That's not fully machinery, but
Oh, I don't like looking at anchors either.
I know. Have you seen the chains?
Yes, they're huge.
That's what she said.
Alright, anyway.
Anyways,
Anchors are like, same with stoplights. Those things are huge compared to, like, an average u
really want a stoplight to kind of like have as a night light or like as a
That'd be
party
bright as hell.
decoration or like as
I want, like, stop sign, like, street sign.
I have a stop sign at home.
Where's mine?
I don't know. Go find it. But also, people have died of natural causes as well.
Ah, people just died all across the ship from everything.
So basically, either it being people dying in machinery areas,
Mhm.
natural causes, accidents,
Yeah.
it just really depends. Common reported hauntings. Visitors and staff reported this. Ghost children laughing. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry. If I
no.
saw fucking children or a child run
No.
across in the
No.
dark, yeah, I'm turning my ass around and going back to my
I'm not
room.
doing that. I'm not messing with little girls or, like, little child spirits because it's either really they're either really pure or really not.
Yeah, like the Sally house.
Mhm.
It's saying it's a little girl, but what if it's actually a demon?
Who knows?
Ooh, you never know. Anyways,
Who
a young
knows?
girl.
Could be in a future episode.
Ooh,
You'll just have to wait and find
mhm,
out.
yeah. A young girl in the pool area, often called Jackie, a crew member crushed in an engine door, but it haunts the engine room. The person that got crushed, I don't think I know who got crushed. You
It's
can
probably
probably
some sort of, like, person that working in the
it was
engine
a
room. It
crew
was, like,
member,
this guy, yeah.
but I don't know if they know the name of the person that got
I don't think
crushed.
they do.
I don't think I found anything, my God. You know how in a lot of stories you hear about the lady in white, right?
Yeah.
Mysterious lady in white walking hallways. What is it with the lady in white being at the majority of freaking haunted places?
Yeah, if it's, like, a huge haunted place or anything, anything with a lot of paranormal activity. There is the Lady in White, I will say, is probably one of the most common spiritual and paranormal sightings.
Mhm, it's
Like,
like, what it's an like an
you
Easter
know something's haunted when you see it's like that kind of thing, like, you know something's haunted or creepy whenever you see a woman just dressed in white, like,
and you just
that's just
feel
kind
a
of how you know.
pull. You
Yeah.
feel a pull.
They're also really, clingy. Like, if you go to a haunted place, see a lady in white, she's gonna follow you around, like, at least in most cases,
Just act like
especially if you're a man.
just act like she's not there.
Yeah, just if you don't pay any attention to it, it'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Anyways, now there has been a majority of activity in the room B340. Covers pulled off beds, knocking and unexplained noises, other experiences cold spots, footsteps in empty corridors, like any empty corridor, but sometimes, indoors slamming on their own, which in B340, there
Mhm.
have been like the doors creaking, but also from what happened in San McColby, I think that the faucet turned on by
The
itself.
faucet, there's a lot of poltergeist activity in
Mhm.
there.
When I was watching that video of them being in the room B340, I just felt chills up into my
Wasn't
spine.
there some sort of report of, like, a negative entity in that room?
From what I
From
haven't
what I
had
remember from
much
that
yeah.
episode, there was a very strong entity in that room, and it was very negative. It wasn't fun.
Mhm.
Also, I do remember from when I watched that episode and what I remember reading about it myself is that if you knocked on that room, something would knock back, like, on the door. You don't even have to go into the room.
The skeptical view. Some experts say the hauntings may be due to psychological suggestion, natural ship noises and vibrations, or no confirmed murders actually occurred on board.
Hmm. Wasn't the lady that got murdered in the pool?
I don't know.
Or it was like she died in the pool. I think she
I know
drowned.
the little girl that haunts the pool. I think
That
she
should have been
drowned.
her. I think she
Drowned,
drowned, yeah.
but I don't know.
Imagine drowning on a pool in
I
the
don't know
ocean.
if she fell in and couldn't swim or if someone pushed her in.
I think someone pushed her in.
I'm not entirely sure. We'd have to get more information about that and probably post it.
Yeah, we could post on
Or you
it.
can search it up.
Search it up now.
Be my
Tell
guest.
us in the comments because I'm too lazy to
Yes.
grab my
Now, I will say the two key differences between these ships. The like, of course, the Eliza is a steamboat.
Mhm.
Or steamboat.
Yeah.
The Queen Mary is an ocean liner, which isn't that bigger than a
It's
steamboat?
kinda like a cruise ship, but smaller.
Yeah.
It's, like, meant to transport people and people only, as well
Yeah.
as probably used for, like, again, people transport. No, not trafficking, just people transport, so you pay, kind of the Titanic.
Yeah.
The Titanic was an ocean liner.
Yeah. I will say that steamboats weren't meant to travel long distances, which is
They were just used for transport along, like, a river, not an
yeah,
ocean.
basically why it was only through
There's a lot
Mobile.
of them in New
Yeah,
Orleans
while it was
and
only
Louisiana.
through Mobile, Alabama, and then Columbus because, like, steamboats didn't this was, like, in the era it was the 1850s, man.
Mhm.
Um,
Especially back then where,
yeah.
like, the technology was really rough to deal with, like,
Yeah,
machinery.
but, yeah, that's the difference between these 2 ships, but also, like, one was in the 1850s while the other one was, like, between the 1930s and 1960s.
So, yeah, more modern.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the tragedy, single catastrophic fire, whilst the Queen Mary was multiple smaller incidents over time, which now over time
Hey,
there
smaller incidents add up.
oh yeah, there's no telling
Oh, yeah.
how many fucking ghosts are on that Queen Mary.
I wanted
Like
it was
it
so
could be
bad.
natural causes, like I said, natural causes, machinery accidents, um, a child drowning, um, it,
Yeah.
you never know. You never know. Now, the haunting style of these. The Eliza is just like a time-locked tragedy replaying itself, while the Queen Mary is a collection of ghost stories, built from decades of history and accidents and storytelling and yada yada.
Yeah.
So you never fucking know
Nope.
unless you were there. But in 1850s, where we're not alive. Same with the 1930s to 60s.
Oh, yeah.
I was born in '04. She was born in '05. So, now I did find more details on the pool of Jackie
Mhm.
on the Queen Mary. Um Now this is one of the most unsettling areas, of course, because of the inattractive, the out how interactive the reports are.
Yeah.
She haunts an empty pool. They clearly hear giggling near the pool
Oh, no.
and splashing sounds even though the pool is dry.
Yeah.
Like, is no water? You stare, splash, 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 splash.
No. I don't wanna hear
No.
it.
Yeah, but now firsthand style reports. Some say they've seen wet footprints appear on the floor.
Mhm.
Now, report a small figure at the edge of the pool that vanishes when approached.
No.
No,
No.
no, that
No.
sounds like a horror game.
No.
Sounds like a
No.
sounds like a horror game, man.
No.
Uh, it's like that freaking fucking funeral thingy where they embalm the bodies.
Oh,
That
yeah.
game, I can't remember what that game is called. I've seen videos of it.
I've seen video. I know what you're talking about. No.
Yeah,
No.
freaking, I jumped so hard on my pants. Now, if you have claimed something even stranger, hearing a child say their name when no one is around.
No.
I already hear my name once, what just randomly, and I think I'm hearing things.
I see. I don't
Yeah.
hear that, but I feel stuff.
Yeah. Now, I also have more information on the Room B340, even though I didn't give it in the first part. I have it now because, like I said, this is how it is and how it's written. So leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, like I said, most experiences were bedsheets being yanked off of them and while they were asleep. And I swear to God, if I saw that and I saw a figure at the end of the bed,
No.
I would freak
No.
the fuck out.
No.
Loud knocking on walls or doors. The lights
Yeah.
weren't like lights turning on and off by themselves,
Yeah.
which I'm sorry. If I saw a light turn on by itself and off by itself, I would also freak the fuck out.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
And like I told you, faucets running unexpectedly. This room was actually closed for years due to the number of complaints before being reopened to the public because of how many how much stuff happening.
Just how
Again,
much shit that
yeah.
room produces? Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Now the lady in white, like I said, they would see her in the hallways, and they
Yeah.
would see her at a distance, thinking she's another visitor,
Oh, no.
and then watching her turn a corner and vanish instantly.
No.
I swear, so if I saw a lady in white, it was just a black figure in a white dress,
No.
and she just,
No.
around a
Don't
corner.
give me that image because then I'm gonna be thinking about that my entire ride back to my boyfriend.
But yeah, it's basically the same thing. Footsteps, doors closing on their own, and elevators.
Yeah,
Empty
the
floors.
elevators.
Stopping at empty floors. The elevators stopping on empty floors. If I was I'm not going by myself. I would have her right beside my side, and if
Side by
it
side by side.
right beside my side, and swear if it freaking and sudden instance cold drafts and enclosed spaces.
Enclosed space.
Yeah, she'll feel very cold or like a wind, even though there's no vents, nothing. It's enclosed.
Jesus
And it's
Christ.
fucking creepy
It
as
feels
hell.
creepy as hell.
Mhm.
Like, definitely, it's not for the faint of heart. This is definitely not like, and honestly, I probably wouldn't even investigate this place by myself. I'd want to do it with like maybe you and like one or two other people. Like, I wouldn't want to do it
Yes.
by myself.
I don't would Caleb want to do that?
Caleb would love to, but I don't think Caleb would take it very seriously.
Mm-mm.
Because I mean, my boyfriend used my spirit box to play 102.3.
So
He would want to do it, but he wouldn't.
we could possibly pick a certain amount of people that would take it seriously, but also kind of like love to do it, but would be
Exactly.
serious when
Yeah.
they need to be
Maybe
serious. Maybe.
on our Patreon if we ever get one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have plans in motion, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we have to get money first before we can actually go visit a
Yeah, it's okay.
spooky places. Card time.
Oh, the card on the bottom is the devil. I'm holding my tarot cards like people, like men hold their fish. All right, cleanse this deck. Alrighty. What unethical life advice do people need to hear today, even if they don't want to? This is aggressive tarot reading, everybody. Alrighty. What does the person clicking on this episode need to hear today? All right. As usual, just shuffling until one falls out because pulling cards, I just find this is a more accurate way of doing it. Every single time I've done it like this, it's always been spot on. You
Nice.
guys got the Magician. which means action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. But something tells me this is in reverse. The reverse meaning is manipulation, poor planning, untapped talents, insecure, lack of confidence, and narcissism. So something tells me you guys, or some of you guys, have been kind of in a cycle of toxicity.
I'm just gonna say right now that is fitting perfectly into what's happening right now.
Oh yeah, like your situation. I think that's it for.
I'm
Let
not
me do one more
gonna
card.
go into that, but
Let me do one more
you
card
know,
for clarification.
you know, it's not meant for me.
Oh my god, you guys got another reverse card.
What is
You
going on, guys?
got the Knight of Cups in reverse, which means moodiness, disappointment, overactive imagination, and jealousy. So some of you guys are seeing a vision, and I feel like it's probably not going into fruition of what you guys originally wanted. It could be because of an outside force. So what I recommend doing is go back, take a step back, think about what your actual objective is. Think about your obstacles and how you're going to overcross that. If your obstacle is insecurities, work it out. If your obstacle is poor planning and you need a new plan, plan it. If your obstacle is some bitch trying to manipulate you, cut them out of your life. If there is something in your life preventing you from doing what you are meant to be doing,
Some bitch.
stop being a bitch about it.
Cut him out, bitch.
Whatever person, whatever is making you feel like this and preventing you from doing what you're actually meant to be doing,
Yeah.
you need to just let that go.
Yes.
Go back, take a minute, take a breather, and just do it. Well, not just do it, but take a breather, figure it out. You guys need to relax, take a minute, figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
That is going to be really important. Very, really, very important.
Anyways.
That was your unethical life advice.
Yes.
Take it.
I don't know why, but both those cards fit for me.
I also feel like it's just meant
Everybody.
It's meant to
like a bit of
take what
everybody.
resonates, leave what doesn't. It's meant to
Yeah.
get to the person that it's meant to get to. And that's it.
Yeah. Don't worry, either next episode or the episode after that, we will have better mics.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And as these haunted ships slip back into fog, their stories still echoing across dark waters, we leave the sea behind. And next time, step into something even more unsettling, or the walls listen and the doors don't always stay closed. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Wink. Can't think of anything else I can add. Were you
Same
done
here.
with your? Well, as always, if you guys have any suggestions, if you guys have any listener stories, we would love to hear them, and you can send it to us at there's a ghost in my closet at gmail.com. No comma on the theirs, by the way, or no apostrophe, whatever that's called. It's just there's a ghost in my closet at gmail.com.
Yeah, it's basically all together.
All together. We would love to hear them.
No
We
capital.
will give you shout outs to those of you who send us videos.
Yeah,
But
no capital T.
it'd be okay.
In theirs.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's in our bio. But anyway, if you can't think of anything else you'd like to add, any personal stories or anything like that, I think
Not really.
that pretty much sums up this episode.
If you guys, like I said, have any personal experiences, and we actually have people send in like personal experiences, maybe at the end of episodes we'll start
Oh yeah.
like card readings, but also one personal experience.
I think that would be really fun. I want to engage you guys more. We both do.
Yeah.
And I think it would be really fun to see, the people behind the numbers that we see.
Yeah.
So it would be really fun to engage.
Yeah.
We want you guys to engage more, and we want to meet you guys.
Yes.
And your stories. We want to hear about them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm Alice.
I'm Kylie.
And we'll thrill you in the next one. That was the first time doing that.
Yeah, sorry, we did it at the same time. I was kind of
Stay spooky. Bye, guys.